everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have two former Miami Hurricanes getting ready to match up. It's Greg Olsen going up against Jimmy Graham. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here's Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And Cam was under 50% for completion rate in Week 12 in that loss to the Raiders. And, you know, this team, Carolina, not mathematically eliminated, but let's face it, at 4-7, they're in a tough spot.
They're hanging by a very thin thread right now, partner, because think about the other teams in their division and the momentum they're gaining. Atlanta setting the pace, but New Orleans has gotten better in recent weeks. And Tampa Bay, they're on a nice little run themselves. So they have no margin for error. And last year, every break went their way. Ball bounced their way big time. This year, it's turned into a lot of close losses.
On first down, it's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 19. And that leads to a Carolina first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll run the option left. He can run for it, and he will. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here's the Panthers punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Double tight. 4 down. Check.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt, most in the NFL. Of course, then he had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Double tight. 4 down.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Errors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Let's go. Mike 5-9.
On second down, Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. For Graham, he hauled in 6 catches in Week 12, 67 yards. And by the way, a happy belated birthday to Mr. Graham. Turned 30 on November 24th.
Oh, that's very nice of you. You're so considerate. I like that.
Oh, thanks.
And you know what
be here all week.
And you know what else he really likes?
What?
His health.
Yeah, absolutely.
The knee is back, totally sound. He's running around like the Jimmy Graham we knew in New Orleans and making those big-time plays where he goes over the top of everyone to catch the ball.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, we got 4 down.
First down, this is Rawls. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On second down, here's Wilson. Surveying the field and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Here's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Oh, the Panthers come hard and they block it. But they will stop him before he gets to the marker, and they will take over after the block punt. And with points at an extreme premium here in a 0-0 game, that could be a big special teams play right there.
That's an advantage play. Someone create an advantage for their team, give them an opportunity, and special teams is usually a terrific starting point for that. blocking the punt. Now they've given themselves a chance and have seized momentum.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. What do you set? 180.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Still first down.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. We got set. We got set. 4. We got 4.
Newton. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. For Ted Ginn, 10th year in the league and had his 4th career 100-yard game in Week 12, 115 and a touchdown.
There's something about Ted Ginn being in a Carolina Panthers uniform, isn't there? If you trace his career arc, because he has been other places, his best years always in a Carolina uniform. And that catch he made against New Orleans on a Thursday night a couple weeks ago, I think that's the catch that really has activated him for the rest of this season.
It's caught right side, Dixon. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
In the red zone this time.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. Alert. We got set. 180.
Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously, but the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
Tight end left. Hey, 4 down. Set 180. Right there. 54, right there.
Again, it's Stewart on 2nd and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I have to admit, this statistic surprised me when I saw it. Carolina in 2015, a 15-1 team in the regular season, mind you, gave up 4 block kicks.
Tied for the most in the league with the Browns.
That almost feels like a team that was so much in control that they just had some letdowns or some breakdowns.
And the 11 on offense coming back out for Seattle, and maybe a little tired, maybe a little jet lag. The Seahawks have traveled over 27,000 miles this season, and the 5,000-mile round trip to Tampa was their second jaunt to the East Coast in 3 weeks.
I've never met a team in the NFL that's less concerned about their travel than the Seattle Seahawks.
And that's good.
And that's good for them. And you're right. They could be tired. They could be fatigued. As you said, second time in 3 weeks. You'll never hear it come out of their mouths. Their head coach, Pete Carroll, whatever you put in front of us, we'll deal with it. Let's just get on the plane and go play. And I think it serves him pretty well overall.
Week 12 for Baldwin, playing back in his home state. He's from the Pensacola area. 7 catches, but just 34 yards.
And that's unusual for him because his run-after-catch ability helps separate him from other receivers because he can catch it, make a move, run through traffic because he's a strong guy. So when you hold him to 34 yards on 7 catches, you're doing something right on defense.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Second down now after the incompletion.
Even. 4 down. Even. Try it. Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Tight end right.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's 4th down. Here's John Ryan now. On for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
You're on an island.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Hey. 4 down.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Finding time. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Double tight.
They'll come out in the pistol. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And our attention shifts here to the Seahawks defense.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction with maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
Double tight. 4 down.
Stewart is the lone setback. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And Dixon over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Do some. Check 40.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5.
Tight end right. Hey, 4 down. Do some. Alert 3.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And Ginn's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Charles, on the slant, you always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
Double tight. 4 down. Check. Ready. 180. 54's Mike.
Now Stewart on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Watch left. Tight. Watch left. 4 down.
Stewart is the lone setback. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Tight right. Everyone's got four.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Down to about the 22 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's running with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
Even. 4 down. Even. We're gonna set. Like 80. Like 80. Watch them. Check Mike.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's got time. Looking for the end zone. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. 3rd and 2, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. They were ready. But the defense has practiced these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boy, is my team well prepared? And the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Tight left. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 380.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching. And went up to try and catch a pass. Poof. I think for me, it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Oh, what a juke into space. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 57 yards.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help him get downfield.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Odd, 5 down.
Second and goal to go now. On the ground, Rawls. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up third and goal.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Rawls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. That time, a 6-play drive. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down. Check.
1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll come out in the pistol.
4 down.
Newton turns and hands to Stewart. He juked him. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And caught left side, Olsen. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got size, the hands.
The speed. Can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
They come out here in the eye.
Even. 4 down, even.
They go back to Stewart on first. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down.
Single. Watch 88. Watch 88. It's going to be
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
What is that? 180? Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Again, they'll go on the ground with Whitaker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain.
4 down.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense. Still second down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Strong left. Strong left. We got 4.
Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Look at it. 54.
Here's Newton now on second down. That is caught at the 7. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. What is that? 180? Odd. 5 down. Look at it. Stand up in.
Newton now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Odd. 5 down. 180.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start. Offense.
Bring it.
Still second down.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Tight ends on the loosey. 4 down.
Second and goal from the 7. Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 3. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, Wilson. He's got time in the pocket. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Hey, that incompletion gives me a second to say I'm sorry, because last week I knocked your yams, and my mom made a casserole with yams, and it was spectacular on Thanksgiving, as was the football. It was a great 3 games.
No one knocks the yams first and foremost, and I want to thank your mom for making that casserole and turning you around. But look at the games we had. Minnesota, Detroit, fourth quarter comeback for Detroit once more. They got a big win. How about the second game? Washington at Dallas. Washington onside kick late with a chance to try and get the ball back and win it. And then the last game, Big Ben, once again a monster performance against the Colts. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
4 down. He's crashing. He's checking.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Tight on the left. Move. 4 down. Check.
Wilson going to give to Rolls. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Hey, big drive right here.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Mike's 5'9".
On third down, Wilson. Surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Hey, set. 180.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be first down, Panthers.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Check. 780. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, right.
This is Stewart again. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Tight end left. Hey. 4 down.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
Right here.
Still second down.
Break. 7 yards to go on second down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. We got
set. On the ball.
To throw on second down is Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Break. Tight end right. 4 down.
Set. 180.
54's Mike. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
It's already second and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Look at that. 180.
4 down. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll hit Whitaker in the flat. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
2 times. 4 down. Check.
Hey, watch that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Key the tight end.
Take a set. 780.
4 down. 4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They come up in an offset eye.
180.
52's the play, boys. 52.
Newton gives off to Stewart. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
180.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Still 2nd down.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Called a no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. 3rd and long, it's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cameron Artis-Payne from 17 yards out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. A really nice carry there by the Flint, Michigan native Thomas Rawls.
A transfer from Michigan back to Central Michigan. Got overlooked in the NFL draft when he came out. Ended up being a priority free agent. And boy, what a rookie season he had before injuring an ankle. This guy is something else. When he gets going, their offense really responds.
Hey. 4 down.
They go again with Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
We got 4.
The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
4 down.
Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's John Ryan now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Ready?
Now a first down throw for Newton. It's complete to Brown, right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Not today, baby.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here's Newton now on second down. Finding time. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot, but they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else, ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. From the gun on third down, Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. 18 yards there and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Strong right. Four down. Check.
From the 50, Newton. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Second down and a little ways to go here. Second and 13.
Tight end right.
On the ball.
Tighten up.
To throw on second down is Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing is Newton. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. So we've got a tie game at half, and you can bet both coaches are in that locker room making adjustments and telling their guys to just keep playing hard like they did in the first half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, Lockett's going to get it here on the screen, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 57. Sticking with the same drive, he'll move off the right side on the run, and he'll go in from 2 yards out. The Seahawks up by a touchdown. Now to late in the second. Quick pass and completion is made here, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. Score now tied at 10. Still a little time left on the clock. Abrams got to get to the quarterback here. This goes for a loss of 4. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Sunday night matchup.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Second half starts with a run by Rawls. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Right, move 15.
Mike, check.
A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Watch left.
Move 15.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Hey. 4 down.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Still 9 yards to go on third down.
I got trips this side. We got three. Nowhere, 22 go nowhere.
On third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Green 80.
Mike's 5'9".
Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Second down following the incompletion.
Four down.
Tight, lady.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
They go read option with Wilson. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They come out here in the I. Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal from the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was a statement stop right there. Now it forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They come up in an offset I.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Benjamin with it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Get out. Oh.
And the offense facing a 3rd and 6.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down.
What do you say, Greg?
Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'm not sure they could have had a better call there for the defense. Blitz was called, and they're setting up for a draw. When you're blitzing, you're likely to beat them to the punch because they're going to take a little extra time to set up. Talk about the offensive line. In this case, you'll get into the backfield before they can get set up.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now it's Lockett. What a spin. Spinning again. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there.
They come out here in the eye.
4 down.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Check 50.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Tight into the right, boys. Tight into the right. Move. Even.
Try it,
4
lady.
down. Even.
On 1st down, Wilson.
Look up.
Surveying the field. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. They got 29 yards there. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Move 15.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Again, it's Rawls. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Odd. 5 down.
They come out here in the eye. Big play here. 3rd down and goal from the 2. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there and doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level, you end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. A beautiful fake. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Stewart is the lone setback.
Right there.
And he'll get it up the middle.
Right.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Hey. 4 down.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
We got 4.
We're gonna set. Like 80.
54 is Mike. 54.
The busy night continuing for Stewart. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Ready, set.
Here's Whitaker. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On the ground, Whitaker. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball, but they went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Tight ends on the loosey.
Set. Like 80.
They go play action here on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
4 down. Check.
They come up in an offset eye. This is Stewart. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Single.
Set.
Play action. It's Newton. Finding time. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Defense.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. Gano for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third.
4 down, 4 down. Check A2.
Now Wilson on first down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. And as we sit on the doorstep now of Week 13, need to talk playoff picture. Let's look at the AFC. The Patriots at 9-2, the Raiders at 9-2. I don't know that they're getting the credit they deserve. So many people talking about New England.
I would agree with that. They're having that type of a season, their first winning season since 2002, and they have their sights set a lot higher than that now. But how about Kansas City? They went to Oakland earlier this year and beat them by 16 points. So head-to-head, the Chiefs know that they're one of those teams that you've got to beat in the playoffs.
And coming off a heck of a win over Denver.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down.
Even. 4 down. Even.
They run with a power back. Rolls. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. But let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Four down, check, four down.
A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He's got time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Throwing on third down, Newton. He's got time in the pocket. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Check three, check three, check three.
Slide, grenade!
All day,
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left.
Slide, grenade!
We got 4.
Slide, grenade!
On 2nd down, Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Hey, we got tight right.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 46 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Move. Let's go. Green
20th carry for Thomas Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Another pistol look here. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
4 down.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
False start, offense.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. 3 down. Set. 180. Mike's 54.
Out of the gun, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Ready? 180.
Four down.
What is it?
Hey, watch them. Check Mike. 50.
To throw on second down is Newton. Backing up. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his fullback, Mike Tolbert, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Let's go. Move 15.
First down, this is Rawls. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Wilson to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now a first down following that long gain.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Wilson, a give to Rawls. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Graham slotted out to the left.
Hey. 4 down.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And left side here, it's Graham. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Larry. Let's eat it up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On 3rd down, Wilson. Surveying the field. He finds his man, Baldwin. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
We got four. We got four.
Rolls the lone man in the backfield.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Now Wilson on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Single. I got a single in the slot. Single in the slot. I got one.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Hey, we got tight left. Four down.
Set 180.
Right there. 55, right there.
On 1st and 10, Newton.
Pass.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin, 40 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth. And how about that giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it, and right now they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Still back there. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him.
They come up in an offset eye.
Check 26, check 26.
A running play for Rawls. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Check 24, check 24.
On second down, Wilson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The three-time All-Pro, Luke Kuechly, able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start, offense.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
4 down, even.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Now Newton on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 6 there on first. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they can move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Double tight. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
On third down, Jonathan Stewart. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. You and I talk a lot about these special teams and how important those can be. That comes into play here. The defense, not very alert.
And this is something you work on all the time as a defender. Always saying, alert, be ready for the fake. But sometimes you fall asleep anyway.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. 5 plays there on that drive. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. They're just looking for one final stop here, put a capper on this affair.
Get this game over with. That's all they're talking
message?
about. It's that simple. Finish this thing off, and let's get to the locker room and celebrate.
Celebration, that's what they're hoping to do soon, but still a little work to do. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing now is Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. We got 4.
Now Wilson.
Pass.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
4 down. Let's go.
Here's Wilson.
Crash.
He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Surveying the field. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Wilson to throw. Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Finding time. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Wilson. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Man left, man left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Right, green 80.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got time. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
4 down, 4 down. Check. Switch.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start.
Here we go.
Offense.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Two tights. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
What is that?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Double tight. 3 down.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Double tight. Double tight. Alert, alert. 3 down.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. Charles, this is not an easy place to win. They are known for having such a great crowd. But how about that? They came in here, they were determined from the opening kick, and they got it done.
And they've done such a great job at putting an excellent team on the field. But the architects that built this stadium to keep the noise in, and that crowd responds in a big way. But you're exactly right. Hard to believe that people can still come in here and win the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.